Yo, what's up guys? That Lonely Shirago here, welcome back to a new video, and today we are going to be ranking all 14 Minecraft music discs currently in the game. This is going to be fun. Let's get right into it. Also, before we get into the video, please make sure to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And now let's get into the video. So these two discs are obviously at the bottom because, well, they're not actually music. However, a lot of people hate on these discs and it really triggers me. And I feel that's really unfair. They directly compare these discs with the rest, when they're not even the same thing. The best way I could put it is that these are audible stories. They tell a story through sound, and even though music is the same thing, it does it differently. Like apples and oranges. They're both fruits, but not the same. I think that they're actually really cool, due to the story that they tell and the lore they contain. However, this is just my opinion, and I'm sure that other people have other opinions on these discs too. So in 12th place, we have Blocks. Don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad disc, none of them are. However, there is a variety of problems with it. First, it's too long. The song goes for plus 5 minutes, and while that isn't super long, the fact that it's slightly repetitive just makes you want a change in song about midway. I haven't even finished the song before rating it. Anyways, moving on. It's a joyful song, and it's also quite calm, similar to a lot of the other C418 songs. However, this is probably the most forgotten music disc out of them all. This disc isn't bad, it's just not able to compete with the others due to its couple of problems. And in 11th place is Wait. It's here mainly because of its use of 8-bit sounds. They aren't bad, it's just not my favorite. This is the main reason why it's 11th, since it has actually a good beat. This disc is also one of the longer discs, coming in at 4 minutes long. Anyways, to the next one. And in 10th place is Mellow High. This one kinda got popular due to some British kid having a sentimental attachment to it. But anyways, this song has an old detective movie theme consisting of a rough guitar. This disc is also quite short, only being 1:39 minutes. Now, moving on to 9th place. And in 9th place is Ward. This one I feel is one of the more forgotten music discs. Like when you think of a music disc, this one doesn't come to mind. It's fairly good, I especially like the electronic pads and chimes in it. It's also quite different from the list, being a little more electronic than the other ones. However, with all that said, it's just not my favorite, and that's why it gets to 9th place. And in 8th place is Cat. This is a disc that is actually quite popular, but I never really cared for it. That is, until now. Due to its weird intro, I never really finished the disc, but it was past that intro where I started to like it more. It's actually a fairly nice disc, with nice synths, not too short but not too long, and that's why it's 8th place. And if you're wondering, this is the part of the song where I started to get interested in it. I started to like it more. And now we have Strad. This disc has an island theme consisting of steel drums and synth pads. It also has a very good ending and is quite calm and enjoyable to listen to. All of these things together make this disc 7th place. And now for the most controversial disc of them all.
He was thinking about something. He was thinking about the Holocaust.
Ironically, it's a jazz themed song. And it's very calm, which is not something you would expect to start a controversy. Yet it's managed to do so. This disc is very good and in and of itself, but in my opinion, the fact that it uses a recorder of all instruments makes it all the better, making it 6th place. And now, the top 5. And in 5th place, we have Chirp. To be honest, I never cared for Chirp until a few days ago. I started to actually enjoy it. The beginning sample, the calm ending, all of it. Bringing it up to 5th place. And now, moving on to the next one. And now we have Mall. This is a pretty good music disc, having steel drums and is fairly calm. And even though the song is a bit repetitive, the sounds and the beginning just carry it to 4th place. It's a very good music disc. And in the top 3, we have Far. Like the discs, Blocks, and Ward, I feel like this disc is one of the more forgotten ones, but it really deserves more. Even with mediocre percussion, the slight Japanese inspiration, amazingly placed synths, and the fact that it seems to compile all the sounds at the end of the disc to provide the listener with an epic ending really are the reasons on why this disc is so good. Oh my gosh, we are finally in the top 2, and in 2nd place we have Otherside. This was the 2nd disc made by Lena Raine for the 1.18 update, and oh my gosh, is it good. This disc is very electronic, very enjoyable, and has an amazing ending and is amazing as a whole, almost reaching the level of 1st place, which I think we can guess what all that is. And now, for 1st place, Pig Step. This is the first music disc not made by C418, but was instead made by Lena Raine for the Nether update. And it went completely viral. And for good reason. This disc is an absolute vibe. And you can see it by the fact that a lot of thought went into this disc, as proven by the frying bacon in the background. And it makes sense because piglins are humanoid pigs, and lava, and they go in the lava, and bacon. But as a whole, this is a really good music disc, and it truly deserves 1st place. Well guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Also, please check if you're subscribed, and please do consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. And well, thank you for watching, and goodbye.